Hey guys, Karl13 here, and today we're going to review an indie game jam which is Assault Android Cactus, a twin-stick shooter game which is absolutely amazing. A little brief description about this game: it is developed and published by Witchbeam and it was released in August 2015 on Steam. Although this has been showcased even years before on some indie game conferences and gathered some awards already. So what exactly is the plot of the game? Well, you are Cactus. Now you know why it is named Assault Android Cactus. So she is one of the many androids you can choose in the game. At first you are tasked to investigate about a spaceship gone rogue, and that is how the game started. Robots actually took over the spaceship and all of them had gone rogue. Although beforehand they were originally the workers of that certain spaceship. In the tutorial, you would be introduced to your 4 initial androids, which you can choose at the start after the tutorial. So that is the brief introduction to the game. So let us talk about the good things about Assault Android Cactus. What I like about it is its graphics. It is vibrant, it feels so alive in every detail, small or big, just looks so damn good. The surroundings very nice to look at and very unique on each level too. It is never dull. I never hated any of it. The bosses look intimidating enough and very unique looking too. Same with the androids we are going to use here. All of them are distinguishable and I love the overall design of this game. I may sound so vague explaining how good the graphics is, but seriously, from my point of view, this looks amazing. Next one is the level design. We talk about how amazing the graphics is, and the level design is at the same level. There are several levels to finish in Assault Android Cactus, and not even once I got bored playing any of it. It is linear, yes, just like any other twin-stick shooter games. However, there is no frustrating level design here. You're going to lose if and only if you don't know how to evade the enemies, because they are much zerg rushing you most of the time. The gameplay is basically hit and run enemies until you destroy them all. It is very basic, just like some arcade game, but this game is just so exciting to play. One button is for normal attack and the other is for special attack. The controls are so crisp. It is never delayed, so you can easily maneuver to avoid getting hit. There are also some power-ups you can pick up in the game which gives you a tremendous advantage over other enemies, like 2 AI machine guns beside you, and others deactivating all robots in a span of time, and many more. This is a game that will maximize the fun when played with friends. There are like 9 androids to choose from, but they are going to get unlocked in each section of the game once you defeated the boss in the area. They have different primary and secondary skills which are really cool. You get to try each of them, especially in the boss battles. They have unique dialogues for each of them. The game is a 4-player co-op, so it makes sense to have a variety of characters to choose from. Speaking of 4-player co-op, this game is so much fun with friends, like I mentioned earlier. Though it is confusing at times since the gameplay is so fast-paced. We only did 2-player co-op since we lack control, but it is totally fun nevertheless. The ambience and the soundtrack in the game are so good, so polished. When you hear the soundtrack, you just want to play more. Each sound is high quality and I love the voice when you pick up a power-up. The voice acting is also decent enough for an indie game, but I wish it would be longer. Lastly, once you finish the game, there is an experimental mode wherein you have to buy some features that may bring more game time, such as first-person view, wow, and AI co-op and so much more. It is totally amazing, and there are other game modes too that I have not really tried yet. So those are the good things about the game. I love it so much, I almost put everything in the pros already. The gray, which is between good and bad, I guess is its linearity. I mentioned earlier in the level design it was outstanding. However, the fact that it is linear and all the levels have the same goals, I wish there would be another way to make it to the boss. If you are in the level selection menu, it is a straight line towards the boss. What I wanted was like a branching path to the boss, like this one is the easy path and the other is more challenging to the first path. It makes the game longer and more diverse. It would be also awesome if they added more mini objectives in the game. So that is the only great part of the game. Now the bad thing, there are bad things about the game that I wish never existed. The game is 2 to 3 hours long. Yup. The main campaign is so short. I sat at one time last year and played the game and I just realized it was finished already. I was like, what? I enjoyed it so much I didn't want it to end, but it did end so quickly. That's what she said. Just kidding. Anyway, the story itself is not that great either. It's decent, but it is not really fleshed out. It's just really like an arcade game. I wish there would be more story here. But like I said, on the good part, the experiment mode gives new experience to us. You have to earn money to buy those. It is quite expensive, but it is fine to grind money for those extra features. That adds like another 8 hours more game time, since I am already at my 5th hour game time and I only unlocked 2 features from that experiment mode. The cutscenes are also few. here and there. Actually, there are like 5 cutscenes, I believe. The story is almost non-existent here, to be honest. So those are the good, bad, and gray of the game. It is worth your money. So let us bring the verdict for the Assault Android Cactus. Wow, this is really quick. I'm sorry if I've talked so much. So story, 50 out of 100. I believe this is the only weak link for the game. It is short, mediocre, and nothing else. It never had a complex storyline. It's just you go here, defeat this guy because you have to, then go to the next section. It is not confusing though, so it is just a very basic plot. Graphics, 86 out of 100. I love the details they put in here. It is never boring to look at. The models of the bosses, even the androids, they're all distinguishable and memorable. Level design is so good too. It is linear, which takes the score back a little bit, but overall very good looking game. Gameplay, 84 out of 100. This is just an entertaining game that I could play once in a while whenever I want to. Or when a friend visits my house, this is one of the games we will play. The gameplay is great, animations are fluid, and the controls are so crisp. I bet you will only die here if you are careless enough. There are also several modes you can play like Infinity Drive and others. Sounds, 73 out of 100. The soundtrack is great. I love all of it and it energizes me when I'm playing the game. The sound of gunfires and the other stuff are also of high quality. I just wish there would be more use of the voice acting in the game, but overall it is very decent. Replay value. The main campaign is short and there are other game modes, but why does this category have quite a high score? Well, because of the experiment mode you can unlock by grinding. That alone would give you several hours, again, more than 5 hours. I am fine with the prices of the unlockables. I mean, you can go first person in the game and that is amazing feat. So before the verdict, if you like this video, please do like it down below and subscribe for more videos. So let us do the verdict. It is 72.6 out of 100. Assault Android Cactus is worthy of its $14.99 price tag. Witchbeam has done a great co-op game here. It is very awesome with very few hiccups, but if they decided to create a sequel, it is a sure buy from me as long they fix the bad things about the game like short story, very linear, and other stuff. So that is my review for Assault Android Cactus. It's been delayed for months now. Actually, I was supposed to review it on October, but I have a thesis, like I mentioned on my giveaways. That's why I was so inactive from the past days. So yeah, I can finally get back on track. So see you guys next time. Bye!